Hello. This is Jordan Markle, big boy on the forums, and I'm gonna do a deck profile on the deck I played at the Virginia Jonin. It was yesterday. I believe we had 25 people. I think it might have been a few more, a few less. I'm pretty sure it was 25 though. Top 8 was Amani as first seed. Then I know he was first seed. Then the other seeds might have been slightly different. I know I was second seed, and me or Corey was second seed, and then third seed. Then it was Corey Smith who was fourth seed, Nick who was fifth, Nick Brady who was fifth seed. Then it was either Francis or Jamal, flip-flop depending on who was second and third seed, and then Ryan Klemick. Amani and Jamal played Earth Wind with Donzo and Tetragram. Very good deck. Trying to think. Corey Hutchinson, he played Fire Lightning with Tailed Beast stuff. Had to play him in top 4. Nick, Francis, and Corey Smith all played Fire Earth. Pretty positive on that. I know Nick and Francis did. I'm pretty sure Corey did too. So those three played Fire Earth, and then Ryan Klemick, I don't know what he played. I didn't watch. I didn't see very many games, but so those are the top 8. So on top 4, I played Jamal. I won. Then in top 4, I played Corey Hutchinson and won. And then in finals, I played Amani and I won. In top 4, Nick lost to Amani. I was hoping he could win it out, and then we could just have a fun game. But me and Amani had a really fun game too. Yeah, I'll just go on with the deck profile then. Sorry if the camera's pretty bad. It's the only camera I have. 3-10-10, a 0 drop, decent. Filters cards. 2 Shiho. Has 2 mental power. Also filters cards. I like it because it has 2 support. If I can curve this and then curve into a Naruto and not have it hurt me at all, it makes Naruto bigger actually, obviously. 2 Hotaru. I flashbanged this card way more than I thought I would. Like, I put it in just a little bit ago, and it was meh, but because it's off element, I don't really like running too many off element, but use it as a hand cost trick his decision sometimes. But I flashpointed it a lot, so it actually drew me a lot of cards. Same as the other zeros, they just sift. Choji, I only played 2 because the revitalized count is like 12 to 13, so I had a pretty high revitalized count, so I wanted to keep it a little low. This guy is ridiculously snapped. He wins you games just alone by you playing him against like the rush deck, and you just sit there. And this guy against Corey, I let him get up to 8 rewards. I mean, he had field presence most of the time, but he got up to 8 rewards, and this guy was in 11. So he was just sitting there with 11. He couldn't get by him. And I had other teams. I had a Koharu, which is my next 0 drop, which is why I play that, because it stops rush, but just a really good 0 drop, and he's always big. Student Sensei, you can make him bigger yourself as well. It's really good. One of that guy and one of this chick, just mental advisors. They definitely just stall against the rush deck. Definitely played Koharu, and I definitely put in some work against Corey in top 4. 1 drops, and play one of Ino. Pretty standard, it's at 1. Draws a bunch of cards. Naruto, who is most definitely MVP. He's ridiculous. Him and Giant Eagle are MVPs because if you get them both out, there's really no way you can lose. Like, you pick your hand, you play your jutsus, and you play your missions. You're playing chakra for jutsus, and they just can't get around that. You pick your hand, you have as many jutsus as you want. it worked all day for me. 2 drops, 1 Shino that gives bug coins, stall, Naruto mills him over, get free bug coins, free blocks. Basically want to stall in this deck. 2 Shika. Play 2 Shika. I want to play 3 Shika because it's just so important. I Shika's decision for it a lot just because it's that important. But I definitely like 2 of it. It was fine. It's just a really good card. Pluses. Played over the 0 drops just because with Eno at 1, you need as many pluses as you can get if Eno is in battle rewards or you can't get Eno out as early as you would like to. 2 Sakura, just to hinder rush again, because that's what you're trying to do. You put this card out with, like, you have another, like, Naruto or something that's really big. They really can't get over that most times, especially if you're going first. Excuse me. 4 drops. 1 Kurenai. Didn't play it once at all. Like, I mean, dang, I want to say I played it once, maybe. Nope, I didn't play it at all during the tournament. I was thinking I did, but then I going to, and then didn't do it because I didn't need to. But yeah, didn't play it once. Just like it in the deck, just in case I get into trouble with battle rewards. Can easily just play it, stop an attack from going through. But definitely would still play 1 of it. Probably definitely wouldn't put in more than 1. But it's always good. 2 Asuma. Really like this guy on 4 because you get to draw cards with him. Very important. Or your opponent can discard to stop it, which that's fine too. Doesn't really matter. It's just good. 3 Yamato, obviously. I was playing 2 Yamato, 2 first. I think I had an Hanada turn 3 in there. Took that out before the tournament. Put another Yamato in. Actually, a few days before, because with the Yamato rolling, he just goes +1 every time. Never failed with him throughout the event. And 2 first. He will put in a work because I misplayed in the finals against Amani because of the Jutsu chain that happened. But he helped me win the game. So, yeah, pretty glad I played him, obviously, and not the other first. 3 clients. Giant Eagles. Not really an explanation necessary. I mean, you know what the card does, so you just pick any card you want and put in your hand. And they're discarded. Triple spawn tree. Point of the deck, you stand by all their guys and you win. Get 6 BRs. 3 mind transfer. Just a really good jutsu, obviously. Taking all their guys. You know, you get to keep them for an extra turn. Shika uses it, can take all but anybody. Shikasuma also did a power play with Shikasuma, squad into that. 5 mental power, you can take whoever the hell you want. 2 super slap. Wanted to play 3 of this card, wasn't any room, and 2 was fine. Because sometimes it was a dead card if I didn't have a bigger guy out, so it was pretty good. It was the best thing I could really play in that slot for the 2 extra jutsus. Missions, I played 2 self-conversation for the mission negation. Just standard, I don't really know. It's just hinder your opponent when you're going plus and they're not. 3 bloodline selection, love this card. It's at 3, it's 3 in my deck for a reason. You can potentially go +4 off this card. Not much else to say. Never went +4 off of it, but I definitely went +1, +2 tons of times during the event, and it was really good. And definitely another broken card in the deck. Shika's Decision, obviously, even with Warhawk and format stuff for this card, is the best mission in format. You can search for any, like, in this deck especially, it's just, you search your curve, doesn't matter if you search a guy that isn't a female, obviously. You don't get to draw, but you can plus all other stuff, so it doesn't hinder you that way. And if you get a female, then you just go even, and you get a really good ninja you need. 3 Student Sensei, give a battle reward, draw 2. Just standard turn 1 draw. Give you chakra for early mind transfers in case they have Hirodora. I just dropped cards, but they had Hirodora. Corey Hutchinson Hirodored me, and I lost game 1 because of it. So I'm just like, well, free games. Alright, now I'm just going to go through the squad real quick. I know it's already at 10 minutes because I've been explaining everything that doesn't need explained, but it doesn't matter. 1 Sasuke Kakashi, Hidan Curse Mode, Danzo, Killer B, Sage Mode, Narimato, Kurenai Asuma, Inoshika Cho, Shikasuma, Sasuno Sasuke, Jugo State 2, Robo State 2. Alright. And then, sideboard. I really like my sideboard. Like, usually I don't sideboard a lot because I'm just like, I don't want to switch my main deck. I sided a hell of a lot. Probably sided every card in the sideboard in at least once, sometime during the tournament, and it helped me. 2 Suigetsu, negate pest CFX. This guy, I sided him in, and he won me a game. He won me the final game against the Mani because I had all my trees in chakra and no way to get rid of them because I know their jutsus. So what I did was every turn I would pay a chakra, negate one of his guys, and put a tree to the bottom, and then I would attack with Shika and get it. I did that for like 3 turns in a row because I had to, because I knew he had jutsus, and I would just like pass, but I'd get the cards. I get the trees, and then once I had 3 trees in my hand, I went and tried to swing for game. But definitely clutch card. Negated effects too. Like he had Mifune out, would have negated Mifune. Even if I had trees in my hand, I still wouldn't be able to play him, so he wouldn't negate Mifune, and I would have still been able to win. First Hokage, I sided him against a lot. Any rush decks, I never played him, but he was just there in case. 1 Obito, definitely against Earth Fire, negating jutsus because they play like Mind Transfers, Super Slabs, Dragon Flames, Backstabs, all that stuff, so you need to stop those because they can really hinder you. 1 Haku, played this card one time, didn't even use the effect, but it was just there, so it was like they couldn't like play their jutsus because they knew I had this plus other ones, so it definitely hindered them, so it helped me out in that regard. 1 Shiman, actually I didn't side this guy in at all, but there's no Tears in Rebirth decks, so I mean it's still a great sideboard card, so it is what it is. 1 Karen for Fang's Rush and just Rush in general, Rush decks, sided it in a lot, it was really good. 2 Overwhelming Hunger, sided this in against Corey, never hit it, but the fact is that if I would have hit it, it would have been really good. So he had like 2 Tail Beast guys out each game. So, and 1 A Quiet Day. That was it. So that was my first place deck at the Virginia Jonin. That's really it. Nick has a deck profile of his Fire Earth deck, and I'll be getting that as soon as possible. So, peace out, YouTube.